everyone. I'm Joanna.
And I'm Natalie.
And we want to welcome you to the first MENA Town Hall. So for those of you that have previously attended town halls before, you've most likely seen this slide.
And for those of you that have not, it's usually found in all of the town halls that take place.
And we'd like to
welcome you to the experiment.
So to get us started today, we'd like to talk about what is Project Catalyst. So Project Catalyst is one of the largest decentralized autonomous organizations that allows us, the community, to self-determine the future of Cardano. Catalyst is where the Cardano community's ideas come to life. So if you have a solution to a local or global problem, you have the opportunity to submit a proposal. This proposal can then get voted by the community and funded by the Treasury. Project Catalyst brings forward the opportunity for collaboration and collective intelligence. It fosters an environment where anyone can be creative and create impact through utilizing Cardano to solve real-world problems. So how can you get involved? Anyone can get involved in Cardano as either a proposer, a voter, a community advisor, a referrer, part of a challenge team, or a DREP.
You may be wondering what a town hall is. A town hall is an organic community-wide event that promotes communication and collaboration across the ecosystem. The town hall presents opportunities for community members to network, meet, and connect with others that share common interests. During the town hall, the latest updates are shared and collaborative discussions are held to strengthen the relationship and align the efforts of the community. There is a beautiful community story behind the town hall, its format, and emerged network of town halls. During Fund 3, some community members realized the need to have a better collaborative space for members to present ideas and have deeper conversations. Driven by the intention of local input for global outcomes, this is how the first Catalyst Town Hall came to be. Based on that, the communities all around the world quickly realized the potential and the benefits of initiating community town halls and adjusted to local languages, cultures, and perspectives.
So that brings us to the MENA Town Hall. We've also realized the benefits of having a dedicated space for our community members, builders, and collaborators that are from or live in the MENA region. So it's built by the community for the community. This town hall is aimed at connecting ideas and projects, participating in meaningful conversations, onboarding newcomers, and catalyzing new ideas and improvements for the Cardano ecosystem and cascading its disruption in our region.
Okay, so since the theme of our first town hall is building the MENA community, we couldn't think of a better person to have as our first guest. Felix Weber. Felix is the founder of Catalyst Swarm. He is heavily involved in mentorship and community building in the ecosystem. So hi, Felix. Thank you for joining us today, and the floor is yours.
Oh my God, now I have to say some intelligent stuff. But thanks a lot for the introduction. And thanks a lot for everybody taking the time to participate and to join the town hall. I think, Natalie, what you mentioned, and Juana, to build local and global solutions, right? That's for me really what community all is about. To say, hey, we want to have this global community. We want to build global solutions, and we want to build global effective financial operating systems. But we have bunch of people from all over the world here with very different backgrounds, right? Totally different languages, cultures, mentalities, and whatnot. And for me, the main goal is really to, well, what I mostly enjoy the time to say is, how do we build a collective global culture without losing the possibilities to listen to local communities? So to listen to you, what do you need for the solutions for your countries, for your cities, villages, whatnot? And bring this then back to the community and then figuring out, okay, how can we support each other? What do people have in other cultures, other mentalities, in other geographical locations, whatnot? What you need and what do you have, what they need? And the spaces here are amazing, nicely places to come together, to already start to listen to each other and to understand each other, what is pretty fucking important. And based on this, then to build relations across borders and across languages, because I think this is something what pretty much of us unites. that we don't believe so much in borders and frontiers and whatnot. So establishing culture which is able to say, fuck your systems, fuck your borders. We are here to build something new and hopefully something better for the future than we had yesterday. And in the very best case, all together, right? So not going in competition, rather try to support each other and to collaborate and to enable each other's resources. Because all together, that's a massive, massive enterprise which we established already here with the community. It's not an enterprise because it's somehow this decentralized whatnot. Nobody really knows what it actually really is and what it really means. But yeah, that's one of our happy things, right? And really, really happy to see it growing now in the Cardano community, growing in the Middle East and North Africa. Because you guys, your cultures invented some pretty amazing stuff already in the past. I think when the world started to implement the Arabic numeric system, this was a huge shoot for global science in general. And you have a bunch of smart people, bunch of very serious and committed hearts and minds, and very happy to have this place here to welcome all of you and to support you in building your solutions and whatever your visions and ideas are. And if I go on walking, I just keep turning on the rod, so I'll shut up. But thanks a lot for Joanna, Natalie, and Nadim for initiating this and taking this forward. So much, much, much love and respect to you. And yeah.
You're awesome. Next, we have a very special guest as well. We're happy to introduce Lucas. Lucas is one of the founders of the Latin American Town Hall, and he's here today to share with us his experience of growing the Latin community within Cardano. Hi, Lucas.
Hello, everybody. Well, I'm Lucas. I'm one of the many co-founders of the Latin community. And I'm here to tell you a little bit of what we learned in this journey so far. We started the community back in November last year, and it doesn't seem like that much, but it really was. It was a huge journey. But first of all, I would like to thank Juan and all the MENA team for making this happen. This is an historic moment. So first, I would like to show you a little bit of what we've done with the Latin community so far, and then I would like to give you some things we learned along the way. So give me a second.
Okay.
Doctors, teachers, educators, lawyers, engineers, architects, economists, software designers, marketing experts, stakeholder operators, Cardano ambassadors, PAs, and BPAs. Also, Latin America is home to many projects within the blockchain, projects with social, environmental, and technological impact to improve the entire Cardano ecosystem. However, these projects had no way of finding new talents or projects to collaborate with. Even they can understand the complex world of Catalyst or how to adapt their business to the blockchain. We needed space to encourage development and human collaboration, destroying those language barriers. And that's how an idea was born. We have built an immense Latin America community where all of those talents felt listened to, receive mentoring, and have a space to share their knowledge and ideas. Every week, we host the MENA Town Hall, aborting different topics and inviting different guests, encouraging everyone's creativity and promoting the development of the whole ecosystem.
Entonces, la gente se reunió y empezaron a diseñar sistemas basados en principio en blockchain, porque la blockchain permite.
How could be otherwise? We also take care of promoting collaboration and education by creating bridges. We create a special team of translators to help people who face language barriers and who are excluded from a space that is for everyone in the world. Our team provides translation from English, Spanish, and Portuguese, so our community will be able to be heard throughout the world, and that the world can send its message to us too. Also, Our educational team is training new talent to satisfy the demand of Plutus and Haskell developers. And now, we even have our own NFTs to reward community participation, as well as we are promoting collaboration between chains, because working together, we are sure that we will build the best possible ecosystem. This community never stops growing. Our numbers of members and interactions are impressive. We host more than 20 town halls. More than 500 people attend to that town halls. In our Twitter, we have more than 500 followers, and in our Discord, we have 350 members. Our manifesto.
Nuestro propósito.
La comunidad LATAM es una alianza descentralizada
que inspira y empodera a individuos, organizaciones, iniciativas y gobiernos.
Con interés en América Latina, a colaborar para expandir la adopción de Cardano
y facilitar su impacto real en y desde la región hacia el mundo.
Nuestros valores.
Priorizamos a las personas siempre.
Valorizamos a mudança constante como forma de evolução.
Actuamos de forma ética e íntegra.
Geramos energia para um mundo melhor.
These are the people. This is the place. This is the time.
Just a quick summary of all the things we've done in only a short year. And hopefully you can take some of these things, learn from this, maybe not do it the same as ours. I would like to give you advice to always think from the community perspective, because it's always very easy to be distracted by work and the passion of trying to do everything at once when you start a community. But if I can give you that advice, it will be to always try to do this exercise of thinking, does the community really need this? Will the community be benefited by this? Will someone feel left out because of this? A good example that occurred in the Latin community when it began was the debate of, should we create a stake pool? For example, because we thought it would be a great way of financing the cost, but we recognized that if we wanted to create an unbiased space for the community to interact, creating a pool will create distance from our community pools. So that's why we took the decision of not creating one. And we also had the same debate with DAOs as well, for example. And a second piece of advice I would like giving you is to always think of the power of relationships. People are always usually drawn to Cardano because of the technology, but they stay because of the people. And that's what I would like to advise you, to get to know the members of the community, know who they are, where they are, what they are doing. And this is a key aspect when building a community, like knowing the community. After some time, you will realize the full ranges of industry you have in the MENA community, for example, and you will be able to redirect any member or any new member to the best people available for advice. That is something that, in my opinion, all community leaders should do. An example of this we had in LATAM is that we had so many people that we were eager to have presenting at the town hall, but eventually we ran out of time for building those relationships. So if I can advise you, another thing is like, you always keep in mind the community is not built only with presentations, but rather with one-to-one talks. And those eventually in time are the ones that really tend to cause the most impact, you know? And yeah, with that in mind, I would like to finish. So thank you so much. And the best of luck to you guys.
Thank you so much, Lucas. We definitely have some big shoes to fill with the Latin Town Hall.
So we also
always try to do things different.
Yes.
We always try to do that.
So we also have a very special guest from IOHK, Daniel Rebar. So Daniel works in the community and product at Project Catalyst. Daniel, the floor is yours.
Hi, everyone. Marhaba, ahla wa sahla. I hope everyone's having a good day. I'm extremely humbled that I had the opportunity to come by. I'm super excited that an initiative like this has taken root and what I envision to be quite an amazing space going forward. So fingers crossed, and I can't wait to see what the future looks like. I was saying that I have some shoes to fill in, as Felix was saying, right? Like, how do you follow all the wisdom that Lucas just dropped on us as well, and Felix before? And I still remember you were talking about the filling in the shoes. I remember the first day when we were about to launch the alternative town hall, right? Like for the first time, the Eastern. And I think it was right on the Wednesday in the evening, we finished the regular town hall, and then essentially, I think at that night the breakout rooms were going really, really late, and then for me was and also for Felix and everybody else, I think like maybe like 10, 11 p.m. And then we went to sleep right as we closed the computers, and we woke it up, and like it was like 10 minutes before, or like 15 minutes before 9 a.m. the next day, to launch the first alternative town hall, and not just the main one, the global one, and it was the Eastern. And we were all nervous. Nobody knew like where and if this concept would work and like where it could lead. But now that you actually see all those months and are we in years yet? Probably, where all of those different communities have taken shape to date. And it's an amazing thing in a way, because as Lucas was also saying, like there's so much to learn and there's so much to present, but like how much can you actually realistically fit in within the 60 minutes of a single town hall, when there's so much complexity and so much potential in so many different parts of the world. And the way I'm seeing all of these communities bring about the local town halls is an amazing way how we can actually bring forward a lot of stories, which very often may be quote unquote buried on a global level, just simply because there's so much happening, but I can actually have a great opportunity to take root and to start on the local level, just like Felix has said, because now you have the opportunity to actually, I'm so big. that was unexpected. But like it's an amazing thing, because it really comes down to like when you're joining the new community, and especially something so globally slated like Cardano, it can be quite intimidating, right? There's all these strange people that you've never met before, and it's quite challenging to onboard and also integrate within. But when you have those local pockets of communities that help you, that seemingly speak the same language as you do, but maybe they're coming from the same region, you're starting to create like a safe environment of a shared understanding with the people who are likely going through a very similar experience that as you have done. And finding those connections is extremely invaluable, because what happens is that you are putting the community on a path to success of taking the root deep, so that it can actually sustain over the longer period of time. Because people keep using the term community quite freely and widely, but then you always ask, like, what is the community and what it's actually made up from? And it's made up from individuals. And just like Lucas said, it's extremely important to nurture those relationships. And when you are able to go local in those pockets, you can start having those conversations. And when you are having conversations which are bi-directional and multi-directional, it's not just like a presentation one way forward, you start creating that shared understanding. Because to my mind anyway, in this world, we have a lack of understanding. And usually even like people who have been good friends for a while, much less the people who just met, you're always a bit wary about like the intentions of the people, because you don't know them. And if you don't speak to them, you will never know them. And if you don't trust the people that you interact with, you can do so only through reaching out, having those conversations, listening to what their problems are, what the opportunities and challenges then are amongst all of us, so that you can start collaborating, because collaboration is much easier when you trust people around you. And I think building local communities enables just that it creates a shared understanding through which you can have all these different ideas who probably would be unlikely to take root on a global level yet, but because they have a nurturing environment locally, that they're going to go and go a lot more farther into the distance than otherwise would have. And, world is a far too beautiful place to have a uniform, language, image, and everything in between. We all are too colorful. And I think it would be unfortunate if we wouldn't celebrate that. So those kinds of instances like here are extremely exciting. To me personally, I lived in the Middle East myself for a little while. I used to attend AUB in Beirut. So, you know, if I speak Arabic, I speak a bit of the softer side of the Arabic, and as everybody knows in the world, it has that singing tone to it. But what I found is like it's some of the most ingenious and warm people I've ever met. I did gain about 15 to 20 kilos during the time because just food was so amazing. But I had the privilege to live and experience Beirut, and it just showed like how much potential there are in the region, and especially where it's been historically between all of different countries. Also, as Felix has said, like a lot of great ideas have taken root in the region, and I don't see why that shouldn't be the case in going forward as well. And you know, a platform of choice like, let's say, Cardano could be an enabler to do it, but at the end of the day, it's just a blockchain, and where it really matters is the humans who are actually using it. So hopefully you can have a lot of those human interactions that can create a shared understanding so that we can be actually building the tools that we all collectively want without assuming what other people need and maybe desire. So I'm super excited about this opportunity. And it's you know, it's a beautiful window that hopefully a lot of people will have an opportunity to pass through and interact with you guys. And I'm super excited to join in the future rounds as well. So thank you for having me, but it's more of your show. So I'll shut up now and I'll listen to what everyone else will be saying as well. And maybe we can have a conversation towards the end as well.
Thank you so much, Daniel. It's a pleasure having you here. Thank you. Next up, we have one of our very own community members. We have Karim Sahyun. He's going to be sharing his success story with Catalyst Fund 8 and some learnings that he's had throughout the process.
Hello, everyone. First of all, I'm so proud of the work that Joanna, Natalie, and Nadim have done, and to put this together. And I've been a very proud and happy member of the Cardano community for a couple of years. I also have the privilege now of doing some work with IO directly as a consultant, and it's a very exciting journey. And at the end of last year, I started to, when I met Nadim, I had some ideas about businesses that could be built on the blockchain. And I have to say his advice, along with some other members from the community, are the ones that guided me until we got a small proposal voted and funded for a very small amount. And my objective at that time was really to, as I was studying about blockchain. I'm a digital transformation consultant, but I don't know how to code. I was trying to study Plutus. I was trying to study Haskell. I was looking at the different products that this wonderful blockchain and the organization I were building. And I thought, let me tap into this community and understand and how to connect with some of the technical people. And I think that is the key. I think that's one of the most exciting things or most beneficial things that the Catalyst community offers. It's not so much the funding, because, you know, I mean, it really depends how much money you're looking for to start, and it depends what you're trying to build. For us, YumChain is a project that we're building. We got very funded for just $5,000. And because we are at the beginning of the journey, still writing our white paper, still preparing our pitch deck. And it was about understanding how we could connect to the different people. We were watching companies like NMKR, and Coty connecting, and we're really looking forward to build with some of the tools that are out there. So, you know, my advice to anyone that's thinking about building something is reach out, connect. I'm always available. Nadim knows that. We've hosted, we've had a couple of events, one of them here at my house in Dubai, and we look forward to hosting more. And the idea is to help people and offer that mentorship. And I advise anyone, I wish I'd done this when I was younger, was find some mentors, find people that could guide me through the journey, whether it was technical, whether it was business, whether it was management, and really get that help. And in fact, I got that help. I got that help from Nadim. I got that help from I forget his name. He's in the Cardano for Climate. He's in Geneva. His name escapes me.
Yoram
was really one of the first guys to critique the proposal we'd written, and I also have to thank my co-founders. One of whom is a stake pool operator, one of the first ones in Cardano, Praveen, and he's been with me the whole way. And we have a couple of other co-founders that are collaborating on the project. And there's multiple projects now that we're trying to build on Cardano. But my advice to anyone is, to reach out, talk to a mentor, understand how the process is, understand how you're going to be assessed, and then you're going to have to market yourself. You're going to have to market your project, talk about it nonstop, and get the support, because if you don't get the votes, you're not going to get funded. And start small is my final advice. I think that's pretty much it from my side. I'm trying to be mindful for time. I can talk for hours on end.
That was very sound advice. Thank you so much, Kareem, for sharing your story. And I think we're going to be opening up the floor for our community members that have active proposals in Fund 9 to share their proposals with us.
Which is Osama. Osama is going to be talking about his project Peak Chain.
Yes, hello everyone. Hello, Aslama, Ahla bikum. My name is Osama bin Mahmoud. I am originally from Tunisia, from North Africa, but I am living in Germany. I'm currently in Turkey in the middle of my vacation with the family. So I am the CEO of Pixoft GmbH and the founder of PickChain. I will present briefly our PickChain connected car projects on Cardano. We have submitted 4 proposals in the current Fund 9, challenge dApps products and integration. So how did we come up with this idea? How did we come up with this idea? Mobility services like car sharing, ride sharing are increasing in popularity, not only in Germany and Europe, but also worldwide. That's why we have decided to offer alternative mobility solutions on Cardano. You can see in the slides now that centralized mobility solutions brings potential risks to the users, like privacy issues, security challenges, high fees, and governance challenges. We will build a decentralized mobility solutions on Cardano, ensuring security and privacy. Next slide. Yes. We have submitted 4 proposals in the current Fund 9. The first project consists of a car wallet device, allowing cars to connect securely to Cardano. This is accomplished by sending sensitive trip and user data to the blockchain and managing the vehicle wallet. The device offers also other functionalities. Next slide, please. Second project consists of a car sharing solution on Cardano. Next slide, please. Yes. So the third project consists of an Uber-like platform on Cardano. Next slide, please. And the fourth project is the fleet management platform on Cardano. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to present all projects in detail, but you can check all the details of the PickChain projects in idea scales, in campaign, dApps, products, and integration. Next slide, please. In order to prove the feasibility of PickChain solutions, we have successfully implemented the prototype. We can proudly announce that we have the first car connected to the Cardano blockchain. You can find the details of the implemented prototype in our proposals or in my recent interviews. Next slide, please. Our testing vehicle is submitting trip data automatically to the Cardano testnet using a dedicated hardware. As a conclusion, this prototype will serve as a proof of feasibility for PickChain mobility solutions. Next slide, please. PickChain brand is launched by our company Pixoft GmbH, a software development company based in Germany. Next slide, please. Our PickChain core team consists of 6 team members. We are all employees of Pixoft GmbH. Other resources could be recruited when needed. Next slide, please. What makes us the best team to deliver on this project? First, our Cardano expertise. We are Plutus pioneers and Atala Prism pioneers. We are running a staking pool called PickChain Pool. Second, our expertise in software development and software quality, and our long experience in complex industrial projects. Third, our expertise not only in classic project management, but also agile methodologies. Fourth, our experience in connected car projects by Volkswagen. Next slide, please. To conclude, our main goal is to push Cardano to discover new horizons by unlocking new possibilities in the mobility and automotive sector. Indeed, blockchain solutions will help onboarding more people to the Cardano ecosystem. That's why we need your vote in Fund 9 to build blockchain, the real-life utility projects on Cardano. Thank you.
So our next proposal is CNGO. I think Raphael or Huda are going to be presenting today.
Hi, everyone. I'm the host. Sorry. Just a second. Okay. So, marhaba, first of all. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm so happy also that some people are familiar with Beirut. So just to be cognitive about the time, can you switch to the next slide to start with the story? Okay, so the people that are familiar with Beirut and, you know, this Lebanon, a very tiny country full of corruption, everybody knows that. So our story basically is the fact that the explosion happened a few years back, and it was a very devastating event. And we saw many initiatives coming up in Beirut, but every initiative, like, we didn't see much of concrete results. So we thought of a solution for that. Can you please, next slide? So basically, the problem that we kind of saw is that the method used to ensure transparency between a donation coming into an NGO is not clear. It's not transparent. The people are not familiar with the process. So we thought of creating a platform, and this is where our solution comes in, to build a platform. Next slide, please. Yeah. That the platform connects basically donors with NGOs, and by utilizing the blockchain technology, we aim at making the process transparent. So on the platform, every NGO has its own pool, and funds will be locked in this pool. And when the NGO provides proof of funds, where these funds are going, the specific amount of money will be unlocked, and this is when the NGO will be able to use it. So we would require an auditor and our team to track all the transactions and the purchases and every single, you know, evidence that tells us that this NGO used this amount of money to these beneficiaries. And it's important to mention that the platform takes 1% of every transaction. And in our phase 2, we aim at onboarding vendors that NGOs deal with. And for this operation to be, you know, successful, we would need to implement the Jetcoin, which is, you know, a stable coin. And it is easier for people to grasp, people outside of the blockchain. You know, we kind of don't have the time to educate people about, you know, the ADA currency probably. And some people would, you know, be integrated in the platform in a fast manner. So this is why we would require them to use a stable coin, something that is, you know, accessible for people that are not familiar with what is blockchain and how cryptocurrency works, or even if they don't have a crypto wallet, you might help them in that, just, you know, creating a crypto wallet that we can utilize for the Jet. And last but not least, we also aim to be the first platform that legitimizes NGOs in general. And we want them to be verified internationally by our platform. And we hope that on the long run, we're able to achieve that, because, you know, if impact is not concrete, if impact is not really targeted at people and people are really benefiting from that, I don't know where humanity, you know, and humanitarian work will lead. The point is for people to benefit from any way possible. And we also believe that, in a sense, we target all sustainable development goals that the United Nations has set, indirectly, not directly, because we don't differentiate between this person or that person, this NGO or that NGO, or this initiative or that initiative. We just want to make the whole process easier and more transparent. This is my presentation. I'll be sharing the link for anyone who likes to vote for us. Go ahead, and we're open for collaborations. Whoever has any additional idea, any question, or any endeavor that they would like to make, we're really open for that. Thank you so much for the opportunity, guys, and this is a lovely space to be in.
Thank you so much, Zaha. Next up, we have Amir. I think Amir has joined us. Amir is going to be talking about his project, Grow Arabia, Grow Cardano.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Can everyone hear me properly? I believe so.
Yes.
Well, thank you all. It's great to be in this first town hall. I myself have been silently studying Cardano over the past year and a half. I live in the UAE and have been going through Cardano from all aspects in terms of how the blockchain is, learning on the SPO side. And I've stumbled upon Catalyst about a few funds back, maybe fund 8 or 7. And I was very impressed with the whole process, and I learned more about it. And as I worked through this, I figured I wanted to reach out to people within my community, within my circle, as an Arabic-speaking person living in the Middle East. And that's where I thought that I would launch this Grow Cardano, Grow Arabia, as I've seen multiple other regions doing similar ideas, because every region has its personal challenges or ways to grow within Cardano. And I think the Middle East and Arab-speaking people would benefit to have maybe an initiation into Cardano in terms of studies, learning what it is, learning about blockchain, or even specific challenges that are only unique to the Middle East. And that's where I thought that if I wanted to initiate a project myself, it would be difficult to gain traction, because I was really working in my own secret bubble within Cardano, and I'm really, really impressed by this town hall to see 30 people plus joining in. There's a very active WhatsApp group, and I really invite everyone to reach out to other people, invite them over as this community grows. So what I thought the best way for me to participate and bring in into the Cardano was to create a new challenge for the next fund. So for Fund 10, and this is really the proposal I have, is during every fund, this is Fund 9, we can propose challenges for the next fund, which is Fund 10. And these challenges is like a theme where people, once it's voted for and approved, the budgeted amount would be allocated for this category. And then many other people in Fund 10 can put in ideas. I think what Zuha presented, for example, is something uniquely for the Middle East geography. This could fit in the future as a second, moving forward in the next fund, or maybe other ideas could be for transferring or using the blockchain in a positive way. So my idea was really to identify that the Middle East and Arabic-speaking countries has a significant presence in the world, and that similar to Grow Africa or Grow Latin America, it'd be great to have Grow Arabia section that would be presented in the next fund, in Fund 10. And my thoughts are mostly directed towards education, awareness of the Cardano tools and blockchain and processes, but there could be other reasons to propose ideas within that new challenge. So I invite everyone to vote. If there's any questions or things that I can help, I'd be more than happy to answer. And yes, I myself am very proud to be part of this town hall. Thank you, Joanna and Natalie, for setting this up. I look forward to participate more and more in future events and even help freely members that are looking for support. That I'll keep it short and give it back to you.
Thank you so much, Amir. I personally would love to see a challenge that's dedicated to the MENA region. I think that would be extremely beneficial. Next up, we have Tangent. I don't know, Clint or Bill, if both of you are presenting or either one of you, but Clint and Bill are going to be talking about Tangent.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's Clint and Ben.
Awesome.
Ben's going to go first.
That would help. There we go. Lovely jobs. Okay, hopefully you can hear me now. First of all, we want to say a big thank you to Nadeem, because when we first stumbled across Catalyst around about three and a half months ago, courtesy of Chris Baird, who pointed us in the direction, you know, he reached out, Cream reached out to us directly when obviously we made it known we were in Dubai, and if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't even know about the Catalyst and the Cardano MENA group. So big thank you for that. Okay, let's get cracking. So Tangent have got two major proposals for Fund 9. The first is a redeemable NFT launchpad, and the second is the NFT farming on Cardano. Let's get started. Okay, so what is a redeemable NFT? You might be asking. So a redeemable NFT is a non-fungible token that is backed one-to-one by a physical item or product in the real world. On the next screen, we'll share some different examples of what they could be. So the NFT can be redeemed or exchanged for the underlying asset, which is provided by the issuer who backs the NFT. So here's a selection of different items that can be tokenized. You can have a little look for yourself. They don't just have to be physical. These items can be digital items, which are in the metaverse as well. Okay, so the redeemable NFT launchpad itself. So we've created an application, which we'll show you at the end of the presentation. We're on stage 1 of our MVP, and we're constantly updating it as we go along. So our platform will be for creators, artists, and organizations themselves that support the marketing and launch of redeemable NFT projects, of course, on the Cardano network. So enterprises can access a new revenue channel for the sale of their products. We feel that this is very important in this current climate where lots of companies are struggling to sell their product. And you know, they've heard of these buzzwords such as NFTs and blockchain, and they're really finding, or they're trying to find, I should say, this alternative revenue stream, and hopefully we can provide that. So users can obviously purchase digital items that we mentioned that represent physical items in the real world, and as I mentioned, also physical items in the metaverse. And quite simply, they can redeem the NFT for the physical item. That item could be sent to them by the issuer to anywhere in the world. So we have a proof of concept already. We have collaborated with Guilo Brewery, who originally were based in Hong Kong, and they now have breweries across Japan, Australia, UK, and USA. And we are going to be making an alcohol-free craft beer run. So this label will be designed by our artistic director, Quertz, and yeah, it's really pretty cool. We've got a few different designs, and the community will take a vote on which one we will implement. That is pretty much it for that section. Okay, perfect. I'll pass over to Clint now for the NFT launch plan.
Okay, guys, so thank you, Ben. Turn off your sound, mate. Yeah, thank you, Ben. So basically, the other proposal we're doing is to do with farming. So farming is actually an important part of the DeFi ecosystem. And it's actually very important because on DEXs, there are no centralized authority who can provide liquidity. So farming incentivizes liquidity providing. So it's a very important part of DeFi. Without farming, there would be no DeFi. So we've actually coined the word operative artwork. So operative artwork is NFTs that have functionality within smart contracts. So what we're trying to do is we're bringing financial utility like RealFi, DeFi, and tangible utility to NFTs. And we do that with tokenization and also by using the NFTs in smart contracts. So with our NFT farm, it's going to be a permissionless NFT farm. So anyone can create a farm. So that could be a developer on Cardano, it could be an artist on Cardano, or it could be another project on Cardano. So our farms are completely permissionless. So this is a new concept. No one's done this yet actually on Cardano, but we think it's important because at the moment, some people reached out to us and they said they want to create farms using our tools. So we're going to be onboarding them first. So one of them's WrappedDAO, another one is Empower. And they also told me when they reached out to SundaySwap said there was a minimum of $100,000 US that were needed to create a farming pool. So that's a barrier to entry to people. So also with our permissionless farming tool, it's be a no code tooling system. So anyone can create their own farm without any coding knowledge. And it will be graphical user interface, like a wrapper that we create for that. So we basically coined this. Well, basically what we're doing is called DeFi as a service because we create these tools for the community. So anyone in Cardano can use them. And it's not just for NFT farming. It could also be for liquidity pool mining, for that type of farming, or a normal single-sided token staking. So there's a lot of different DeFi tools that we're creating actually. So there's two different types of farming here. You have single-sided token staking, where you stake one token, you receive another reward. Actually, on our code, we've modified our code recently to make it compatible with 3 different token rewards. So that means you could stake one single token, and then from that you could get 3 different reward tokens. So it could be Hosky, ADA, and then MinSwap, or it could be Hosky, ADA, and Tang. It's up to you. The person who creates the farming pool will be able to pick what the reward tokens are. And then there's another type of farming as well called liquidity provider farming, which is when you provide liquidity on MinSwap, and then MinSwap give you an LP token. The problem with providing liquidity on MinSwap is you actually have a thing called a liquid loss, where you lose value from providing liquidity. So by creating these farms, we make it more profitable to provide liquidity. That's why it's important. And we also actually have the NFT farming as well, which is also quite a new concept. This hasn't been really done too often on Cardano yet, or not to the level that we're going to do it. And basically it has been done on a few other chains, for example, Binance Smart Chain, Polygon, and Polkadot. So here are just some examples of our Genesis NFTs. So the NFTs are honorary NFTs, the lionized, the artists, scientists, and thought leaders behind Cardano. And each NFT is actually packed full of different ciphers and hidden riddles. So for all those people who like ciphers and cracking, you cryptographic heads out there who like to crack riddles, there'll be some fun multi-layered artwork there for you to see. And obviously the artwork can also be staked in our farming tools. So we kind of think of it as like a debit note, because when you buy this NFT, it'll actually be quite profitable for you. I expect that you'll probably make back the value of the NFT that you purchase quite quickly from the farming rewards that come. And we have a farming system set up that we're working with NMKR right now to create, and it will last 2 years, 24 months. So each NFT can be staked for 24 months. And then there's a little mini preview of our app right here. So you can see here, this is the NFT Launchpad. This is the Redeemable NFT Launchpad that Ben was talking about. And this is an example of the tokenized beer offering that we're doing with Guaylo beer. It's non-alcoholic. Then the next page, this is the NFT farm. We've actually updated this recently, so this isn't the latest update for that, but this is where you would stake your NFTs, and then you can collect the rewards. And then over here, we have the liquidity farm. So here are the different liquidity pairs. As you can see, there's RatsDAO there, and there's Tang ADA there. So this is still under construction, but the liquidity farm will be going live actually this month. Towards the end of the month, we will have a couple of farming pools on there to try. And then the NFT farming will be going live in October. And then finally, the NFT Launchpad, we expect to go live in December. with the token launch of Tang, our governance token as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Sorry about the echo.
No worries. Very cool. Thank you, guys. Next we have Shadi, who's going to be proposing their NFT marketplace, Plutus.art.
Hello, everyone. My name is Shadi. I will be talking about our new NFT marketplace. It's called Plutus.art. The name comes from not just Plutus, our Haskell programming language, but also Plutus is the god of abundance, and we believe that NFTs and Cardano provide abundance. Art, we also believe that art is not just the visual. There is the auditory, there is the written word, even in coding. So what you guys are doing with Tangent and what Osama's doing also, this is all artistic to us. Coding is an art form. So this is why we decided on art. And who are the co-founders? There is me, Shadi, there is Fettuccini or Nick, and there is Stale or Luke. All three of us have been in the CNFT world from the start. Stale is one of the first ever people on the CNFT type of environment, ecosystem. He co-founded CNFT.io, which was the first Cardano marketplace for NFTs. And then we went on, he left it recently and joined us afterwards. So why would we go for funding? We at first decided not to, and then Cardano kind of took a hit. So our Cardano bags were not as big as they were, which is why we have decided to go for funding. Basically, what we're asking for is funding to help build the team and keep it going. And why do we need another Cardano marketplace? That's a question that we've been asked many, many times. The fact is, we don't believe that there is enough innovation in the Cardano marketplace. The leading Cardano marketplace at the moment takes up 97% of the market. So essentially, it is a monopoly. And we feel they are not giving the people what they want. For example, I am an artist. Also on the Cardano blockchain, I am known as the first generative artist on the Cardano blockchain. And there are some things I would need that are not on the website. There's also, we have a Stale, who is a developer, and he is also an artist. So he's taking care of the tech side of everything. So I'll be taking care of artists' interests and project interests. And I'm acting CEO for the moment. I say acting because eventually we want to hire someone to take over. We're happy just being co-founders. And then Fettuccini is the degen and collector of the end marketer. So he is coming with the mindset of a collector, the mindset of someone who loves to degen on NFTs, buy and sell. He made his first million on NFTs by buying and selling NFTs. So he really understands that side of the whole NFT marketplace. We believe the three of us together, we are the team at the moment. We do have freelancers that do help us. I am trying, let me just share my screen and show you who we are. So we believe all three of us will be able to do something different. So this is our fund. So we're asking it, just if you type Plutus.art, you will find us immediately and you can go through it. Any questions you have, please feel free to find me on Twitter. That's where I'm most responsive. So I'm at Shadi Nassar. Then you have Fettuccini, who is at Fettuccini NFT. And then you have Stale as the other co-founder. And the little Zoom thing just went down and it's not letting me click on his to show it to you. There we go. And this is Stale, the third co-founder. So he hasn't updated his yet. He still has CNFT.io because he's busy coding. We're hoping to get the MVP out very soon. At the moment, we just have a placeholder that says abundance is brewing. And one thing, you see the dark mode. One thing we had initially, because one of the things everybody was asking us for, which we know is small, but one of the things everyone was asking us for is dark and light mode. So it's something we put on our placeholder to let the people know that we're actually listening to them. We're taking suggestions. So this was just something small that we put up there just to let people know what we're up to and what we're doing. We will be at CNFT-Con. So if any of you are in the US for CNFT-Con in Vegas, please come by and say hello. All three of us will be there with our personal projects and Plutus Art, representing Plutus Art. Please come by and say hello. I loved what Felix said, that we are not in competition in Cardano. We talk more about cooperation, and that is something we're doing, because not only are we're aiming to be the decentralized marketplace on Cardano, but also we started that already. So a lot of the features you will see on our marketplace are partnerships with other people. I heard NMaker with Tangent. They said they were working with them. We are also working with them. Patrick is a very good friend for all three of us. We are talking to Blockfrost and others. We are talking to anyone who wants to cooperate. We are hoping to bring them in and kind of make this not just our marketplace as the three of us, but our marketplace as the community. So we truly believe in decentralization. There will be a tokenomics aspect. We are hoping to be the LuxRare of Cardano. So in countries that allow that, they will be able to play with the tokenomics. Countries that cannot, you will also be able to gamify your experience. So we do have what we call XP. You will be gaining XP just by interacting. And the XP is more of an internal gamification aspect of the experience on the marketplace. So we have big ambitions. The MVP should be out in the next couple of weeks, hopefully. We just started testing today, and tomorrow we'll start our testing, and then we go from there. If you have any questions, I unfortunately will not be able to do a breakout room because in 20 minutes I have to go. But please vote for us. We would really appreciate your votes. And thank you very much. And go Cardano.
Thanks so much, Shadi. Next, we have Hamid is going to be presenting Chemiland.
So I take the opportunity this time to discuss the economy behind Chemiland. I will not promote the proposal. I'll just taking the chance to explain how we see the economy of Chemiland, because it's the core component of building this metaverse. So next, please. Chemiland. What is Chemiland and how it's different from other metaverses? Chemiland as a metaverse, it's built to have something that is, everyone is building something to attract the public. So we have a monument, that ancient Egyptian monument that is being constructed to attract the public to visit these locations, and everyone that will be part of our community will try to create something that is attracting what we call the public to visit Chemiland. Chemiland is also built to be it's built to empower humans, because we believe that in the future, with the rise of AIs and the enterprises building things that is more dependent on the AI, we giving the people the chance to be part of something. Okay, next, please. Clarification: the economy is a huge aspect when it comes to building this. So we are trying to do our best. We are just making some few assumptions. So appreciate, forgive us if we giving this basic architecture for the economy, but this is what we are trying to build. Okay, next. Why to travel using Chemiland? So why to use the Chemiland for traveling? So you will visit locations that is already exist like 4,000 years, 500 years back. So you will enjoy the colorful things and how you enjoy the monuments, how it used to be, how it used to look. The need comes from that why we have a feeling that this is something the people will need. we have observed so many content over the internet when it comes to like displaying something that are related to the ancient Egyptian civilization. People every time ask, oh, I wish I have the chance to travel in time back to this era. Okay, so this is why you will travel using Kimiland. Next, please. What are our fuels to be operational? Okay, our fuel to be operational is that we will take a fees for visiting tickets. Our public area will be if you wish to you will purchase a ticket. Okay, we did not define how long will be the ticket and for how many monuments and things like that, but the issue, the subject, the intention here is to have a ticket for the public visitor to visit this location. Okay, we have also if you have your own parcel or own land in Kimiland and you wish to create your events, so you can issue a private ticket that will be also minted for via Kimiland tool, and we have a fees for that. And other things that will be used for make it operational and gas, make it operational. Sorry. Next. How we fund Kimiland? For funding Kimiland will be by issuing tranche sale for Kimiland asset. In Kimiland asset, we will have only the parcel and avatars only. Okay, we will not have our own coin. We will only minting avatars and parcel, and this will be tranche sale according to a schedule for for like 16 tranche sale according to our roadmap. Okay, next. Next, please. Hello. Sorry. Okay. So this is our basic idea about how it should be. Every fees that we receive in Kimiland, it will go to the Kimiland treasury. And as holding one of the assets for Kimiland, you will be eligible for the revenue share. And there will be a 70% for the revenue share and 25% for ceremonies and features that we, the community wish to add. And then a 5% for charities. Okay, next. I'm a little bit fast on that, but okay. This is what we have as a primary asset allocation. We believe there is a 10% for the founders and the complete list for that. Next. What is the benefit of having a citizenship, which is the avatar? We will only mint 8 million citizens. That's a huge number for a metaverse. Okay, 8 million citizens. We expect this 8 million citizens to be the person that is creating the attraction for the public to visit Kimiland. Okay, so that we have why we have a limited number. It's 8 million. By the way, the hugest metaverse that is existing already and community metaverse did not reach to 2 million. So this is a very ambitious number. I believe someday we will reach it. But holding the avatars, it means that this is a chance for you to have a fair share from the revenue economy of Kimiland. Okay, next, please. And the same will apply for land. Land is that you can create your own attraction on land. And once you create your own attraction land, you can have the chance to like make it a private land and issue private tickets for that, so that people will only visit this land according to the event or the attraction that you have created. We were thinking about something related to land leasing to avoid what we call the land speculators from purchasing the land in the initial phases of the project and keep it hold without creating attraction. So this is what one of the things we were thinking about is like 50% land leasing and 50% land sale. Next. The governance is that as you are a holder for land or parcel, then and according to that voting power you have on your NFTs, you will have the share from the revenue according to that voting power, and also having the share from controlling voting for the proposal that the other will create. Okay, next. Sorry, back one step back. Sorry.
This is the last slide that we have.
This is the last one? there is no other one. It's the roadmap. Okay, the roadmap is divided into 4 phases. 4 phases. Each phase will contain a 4 reconstruction cycle. We are in the first reconstruction cycle, and this is where we submitted the current proposal, requesting to complete our first reconstruction cycle, which is the Royal Imaginary Palace. We want this funding to complete things like sound effects, adding, and some character building, and some few 3D enhancement to the existing what we have already developed. That's it, everyone. So thank you for the time. I'm very sorry for the delay. It's my fault.
No worries at all.
Thank you so much. Next, we have our last proposal of the day, Nifty Suit. We have Zuhair Abdin.
Hi, guys. Just a second. Okay. Okay. First, I would like to thank you all for the work you're doing and for allowing me to present my proposal. It's been a fun experience, and we are really happy to be part of this journey. My name is Zuhair Abdin from Nifty Souq. Nifty Souq is the first and largest NFT marketplace in Middle East and North Africa. We submitted a proposal for F9, and the title is Add ADA to First NFT Marketplace in MENA. Okay, so the problem we want to solve is that there is no local NFT marketplace which supports local languages and categories to create and sell NFTs using Cardano. Our proposed solution to the problem is to expand and develop our existing NFT marketplace to the MENA region, exposing and enabling a new NFT community on Cardano. Okay, the challenge we are targeting is dApps, products, and integrations. This is because we are delivering a dApp marketplace and integrating Cardano to our platform. Succeeding to do this will allow users to interact with Cardano, which will lead to more feedback, growth, and innovations. Our proposal contains 3 major milestones. The first one is the integration of Cardano into our marketplace. Since we already have a working product, we do not need to create the entire marketplace from scratch. The second milestone is acquisition and education of users. We had great success in providing education services to the MENA community through our existing marketplace. We now plan to conduct a similar process on Cardano. Last but not least, PR and marketing. Since we are already working on PR and marketing for our current platform, the infrastructure for this phase has already been built. So why do we think you guys should support us? First of all, the team. Our team is considered as a pioneer in the region when it comes to crypto and NFTs. The second thing is our experience. We believe that our experience will provide value to the Cardano community and increase adoption. Also, our community. We have reached out to many creators and artists since our launch, and we established a special community. Finally, our vision. We have short-term and long-term visions to ensure that Cardano reaches its potential in the region. We are also happy that we launched our new website recently. I will pass it to our founder, Nabil, so he can tell us more about it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Zuhair. Thank you, everyone. I'm very quickly going to be showing you what we have done. So this is our website. Our main target is to make this technology, whether it's the blockchain, whether it's Cardano, whether it's NFTs, easier and accessible to the mass. So what we have done, we made it so easy that you can just single sign on into the platform. And this is live, by the way. And when you do that, your account gets created. I'm logging in, but even when you create, it's the same way. And once you're created, you go to your wallet, and you will find that there is an automatic wallet created for you. So you don't need to go and create a wallet. You don't need to worry about which wallet to choose or how to get the cryptocurrency. In our case, we have 2 blockchains. We already have Polygon and Ethereum. We want to add Cardano. You can connect an external wallet if you want as well. So for someone who is not really blockchain savvy, and this goes against the Web3 fanatics, but we understand the region and we know what the region wants. We listen to people. They want to make it as easy as possible. So the wallet is automatically created. Then you can go create your profile, create an NFT. Creating an NFT is so easy. You don't need to pay anything for it. It's lazy minting. There is a lazy minting option. You can add partners and you can give those partners a share in the royalty or in the revenue if you're collaborating on a project together, etc., etc. Then lazy mint, and you can create it either with credit card or with cryptocurrency. And the same thing for buying. I'm trying to go through this very fast because I understand we're over time now. So if you go to an NFT and you say buy now, you have the option to either use the wallet that we have given to you, and it's a non-custodial wallet, so we're not custodians at all. So you have the keys, you have the access to it, or you can connect your external wallet, or you can just pay with a credit card. So this makes it so much easier for people to get on board in the NFT world and the blockchain world. And we want to bring Cardano to this experience. So I don't want to take a lot of time. If anyone has any questions, I'm more than happy to answer. Please vote for us. Thank you.
Very lovely project. Thank you so much, Naveed. So we're done with the proposals, but we have Rudy today. Rudy just wants to talk about some meetups that might happen in Dubai. Rudy, the floor is yours.
Thank you for that. واهلا وسهلا فيكم باول دار واول جمعه كمان لكاردانو والشرق الاوسط. I'll jump into English now just for our guests. It's really lovely to see many of the faces that I know, and for those who doesn't know me, my name is Rudy Shushani. Maybe you see me on YouTube, Crypto Talks Wednesdays, every Wednesday 7:30 p.m. Dubai time, talking about projects and innovation in the blockchain. I love the spirit that we are all sharing here. I think it's beautiful. Daniel, you mentioned lovely words about colors and trust, and in most cases, I think it's about the human factor, I think. So we are here today, 30 strangers, but I think what we shared today will become much more than 30 strangers. We're cooperating, collaborating towards a higher goal, I think. I really love the spirit of this town hall, first town hall, and actually how the spirit of Web3 in general works. So if you look at Osama's project, for example, which is about the car and blockchain, and then you get inspired and you ask yourself, is that really doable? Can we do such things? I think when we collaborate all together, we can move mountains. And this is where Cardano comes in and play a big role into enabling such innovation in our space. So let's go into the events that possibly are happening. There's still finally to be confirmed soon. So we'll update you on the WhatsApp with all of the updates. The first one is being proposed, and actually the date I think is more or less final, is the 15th of October 2022. So more information will be released. That will be a networking event, all right? So we will hopefully get together for the first time as a community. Many of us will be in Dubai for GITEX, so that's an occasion, of course, to join all together, have the bigger crowd physically available in Dubai. The second part, Joanna, if you don't mind, is the Cardano Global Summit, which is happening on 19 to 21 November. I think 2021 is more in specific. We're trying to put our Dubai in the center stage and then get it to Dubai. So hopefully we will get it. We're trying to work, we and Nadeem, to really lobby on this and then put Dubai on the map. So with that, we'll jump to the next slide, and then you can see more or less, hopefully this Cardano Summit will be also coming as a parallel stream to us, and then hopefully we'll do some more events in parallel to that. And the last slide will be putting Dubai on this list. And with that, I'd like to thank everybody for first town hall, and have a great day and keep on innovating. That's the most important part. See you soon.
Thanks so much, Rudy. Really excited to see you at the events. We're almost done. We just have some updates.
So I'm going to give you guys a quick updates for Fund 9 and where we're at. So the voting period started September 5th and it ends on September 19th, 3 p.m. UTC. The expected results for the votes are around September 27th, and the first rewarding of the funded proposals is expected to be around mid-October.
So just for those of you that don't know, and this is for the next voting period, there's some minimum voting requirements. You have to own a minimum amount of 500 ADA excluding rewards. You have to have installed the latest version of the Catalyst voting application on your Android or your iPhone. You have to complete registration before a snapshot date. So for example, the snapshot date for Fund 9 was August 4th. And as a note, there's a registration fee of around 0.17 or 0.18 ADA. And this is a really big reminder. Once you register, you're usually given a QR code or a PIN code. You have to hold on to this code in order to vote. And this is a link with some more information.
Okay, so what can we expect moving forward? We're thinking of, for the next town hall, initiating breakout rooms. So this is a place where anyone in the community can host a room to talk about either their project or any topic that they want to talk about or that revolves around Cardano or the blockchain. So, and then we also have a link to our Discord. We created this Discord just so we can have more formal conversations, and we hope you guys to join.
Our next town hall will be October 11th at 1600 UTC. The registration link is below. We'll also share all of these links in the chat.
And we'll add the link to the slides as well into the chat in just a moment.
We've also curated a pick list of proposals that have been put by our community. So this is just a list of all the proposals that you can go vote on before Fund 9 ends, as well as our community links for our Discord and our WhatsApp group. We've also put together this list of references for any of you that want to dig a little deeper into Catalyst. And with that, we conclude the MENA Town Hall.
And we want to thank you guys for joining us today.
Have a good day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you.